chat, I have another short little video, which means it's gonna be a half hour long. No, I'm kidding. Although it is my reactions to it. But Hirohei put out a video. Hirohei put out a video not long ago, a couple hours ago, about Twitch. And apparently a Twitch executive has just gone full mask off. No idea what that means. I have no idea what this means. It's about Twitch. I stream on Twitch. I am intrigued. So let's find out. I wonder if this has anything to do with the VTuber stuff. Let's see.
So as you know, Twitch has been in the news a lot lately, like many mask-off moments, and this is another one. John F. Trent over at Fandom Pulse reports, Twitch head of policy, outreach, and education says, quote, America is a racist country on...
Okay, we're starting hot. What the actual fuck? The head of policy, outreach, and education is saying that the country is racist. It's not spicy, it's fucking stupid. It's DEI bullshit. Chat, you've heard me talk about this kind of shit before. The critical race theory shit, the way they're injecting it into businesses and basically telling, like, corporations are telling their employees, you're racist, you just don't know it. That's this.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Correct.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
No, it was not.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Not dumb or
I
angry.
award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No. No mercy. No mercy. Yes, bastard. Yeah, no, Drizelle, you are 100% correct. That is one thing that people of America conveniently forget about. Is that America is flat out the least racist country on the fucking planet. Actually, no, I will expand that. America and Canada, both, are the least racist countries on the planet. Everywhere else is far more racist than 2/3 of North America. And the fact that these professional fucking victims are constantly saying, we're a racist country, we're a racist country, send this motherfucker to go live in a European country. No, Alex, I will say Canada as well. I 100% will. I do not consider Canada to be a racist country. It's like the same level of quote-unquote racist as America. Yes, unless you count Quebec. Quebec is the outlier, but that is a province within Canada. So I don't count Quebec for a lot. Yeah, Canada is very unracist. What about Australia? Oh, okay. Shadow Swordsman, you have an excellent point. We'll put Australia in there too. But Australia does have a far less of a population than Canada and the United States. So if we're looking at population density, Cortamis, Quebec has their heads so far up their own ass, it's coming up their own throats. Quebec thinks it's God's gift to Canada. It doesn't actually want to be part of Canada, and they're extremely racist and they're xenophobic. And they're linguistophobic as well. They hate the English language, they want everything in French, and it's all that. Oh, Brandon? Do not call Quebecers French. The French will hate you for that. French people do not consider the language spoken by the Quebecois to be French. They do not. So, If you don't want to piss off a Frenchman, if you don't care about pissing off a Frenchman, then fine. But if you don't want to piss off a Frenchman, don't call what Quebecers say call is French. But this is what I'm talking about. These are the kind of people that inject this shit into businesses where they have corporations telling their own employees, you're racist. You were born racist, you just don't know it. That's this kind of shit. And holy fuck, we've only gotten barely 15 seconds in. I've got to let this play a little bit more.
Quote, policy outreach and education. I'm really curious what education would mean there. Like what the context to that is, this department or whatever that Twitch allegedly has. I guess that might...
I can answer that. That education department, he is the one that compiles these quote-unquote training programs that is disseminated to the employees that enforces them to watch like 20-30-minute videos where they are told, you're racist, you don't even know it, here's all the signs that you're a racist. That's what education means. Because in my last job, I was subjected to one of those videos. I was forced to take this bullshit fucking DEI training where I had to sit and watch, it was something like a 20-minute fucking video where it basically said to me, a recorded video said to me, you employee number blankety blank are a racist. You simply don't know it. He is responsible for putting together those kinds of videos. I fucking goddamn-tee it.
Might be something he posted on his LinkedIn profile. I'm not sure because it's not letting me view the full profile, but like here in the search you can see it does pop up as A. Gerard Jenkins, head of policy outreach and education at Twitch. So yeah, I'm assuming that's where they got that information from. That's the context. But once again, I'm not sure exactly what the Department of Policy Outreach and Education, so to speak.
Kubrick, unless an employee leaked it, probably not. It's probably kept on their internal servers, and it's entirely possible an employee could have leaked it. But if they didn't, no. As a Mexican, I was offended at those trainings because I hate being called racist for no reason. Bingo! I can only imagine people who those trainings target. Jerome, they target everybody. Like, literally, they just have, like, they blanket their employees with racism. They blanketly call every employee racist. Now, granted, they are bearing in mind, these videos, Kubrick, I didn't misunderstand any intent. Don't worry. I didn't think you intended anything. I just took that as as like a hypothetical question. But bearing in mind, chat, these videos that they disseminate to all of their employees, these companies, saying that you're a racist, do you want to know what specific segment of the population they don't showcase any racism towards? Anyone want to take a guess at which ethnicity is not depicted as being a victim of racism? Take a fucking guess. No, as not a victim of racism. Nope. Bingo. Leo got it. White people are not depicted in any of these videos as being victims of racism. They actually will show Asian people. They'll show Black people, Asian people, Middle Eastern people, East Indian people, but they will not depict white people as being the victims of racism. As in, you have an unconscious bias or you are inherently racist against white people. Leo, I believe in the video I saw they did show First Nations people. Great. Remember, this is Canada, not America, so it'd be First Nations people. I do believe they did show First Nations people also as being big, because there's a huge fucking push in Canada for First Nations people being victimized. They've had people changing the goddamn Canadian national anthem to appease First Nations people. So yeah, they 100% are. Oh, well, Gore, white people are it's you can't be racist to white people. That's what these videos are telling you, because no white person in any of these videos is a victim of racism. Ever. And probably more often than not, it's been a while since I saw it, more often than not, they were, like, the offender.
Speak over at Twitch is. If anyone more familiar with Twitch wants to fill me in on this, please do in the comments. Assuming that is the same age Rod Jenkins and all that stuff, let's continue on. They say in the video that we'll take a look at in a moment, Jenkins states, quote, like the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. 2016 was not a fluke.
No, Jenkins, I have to correct you. The proper accepted expression is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, can't fool me again. That is the proper quote.
Luke, Donald Trump is the most American president we've ever had, and he reflects who America really is. America is a racist country. America is a country that will prioritize a white candidate who is riddled with controversy and inadequacy and racism and bigotry over a highly qualified woman, over a highly qualified person of color.
I just fucking can't with these people anymore. Seriously. I am not going to delve into this very much because I'm not going to violate my own stream policy. I'm not going to dive into this too deeply. But once again with this bullshit, you're injecting race where it doesn't belong simply to play victim. No, this is Jenkins, the black guy. This is this guy at the beginning of the video. This guy. He's the one saying it. But all I'm gonna say is they're injecting race where it does not belong and playing the professional victim. I will delve into it no further than this. This is not the reason why the results of the election occurred. That is all I'm going to say. This is not the core reason why we saw the results of the election. I will go no further, but I will say that.
Color.
Like the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. 2016 was not a fluke. Donald Trump is the most American president we ever had, and he reflects who America really is. America is a racist country.
You're right, Atanashi. Atanashi, you were exactly right. And people are starting to call that out on, like, national news networks. They're starting to call it out like, no, this had nothing to fucking do with it. You guys need to start looking inward and realizing y'all are fucking up right now. And you're too fucking blinded by your DEI bullshit to see the facts. And until they drop the scales from thine eyes, they're just gonna keep doing this, and they're going to keep fucking themselves over.
Is a country that will prioritize a white.
No, Kubrick, the royal you guys. I'm not referring to anyone in chat. I'm talking about to you guys in a certain political party that lost big time in this election. That is the you guys that I'm referencing, not anybody in chat.
Candidate who is riddled with controversy and inadequacy and racism and bigotry over a highly qualified woman, over a highly qualified person of color.
Now look, whatever you think about Trump, this guy's take comes off to me like some extreme political brain rot. Like basically implying that anyone who doesn't support Kamala Harris is just racist. There's no...
And there's the exact fault. This is not just political. This is the exact mentality that is fucking up everything in the country. Politics is only just one slice of this pie. It's why Hollywood is crashing and fucking burning right now. It's why the gaming industry is following fucking suit.
Guess I am racist then.
No, Eki, you're not. And that's the point I'm making. That's the ever-loving point I'm trying to make. Like, the response...
Guess I am racist then.
TTS, will you please keep up? This is the ever-loving point. Like, Eki, I understand the joke you made. I totally get it. But the response shouldn't be, even in like a sarcastic, guess I'm racist then? Because it is the ever-loving point. Is disagreeing with someone's point of view is automatically leapt to on that side of the aisle, or that side of the social equation, as you are an ist or a phobe. Racist, homophobic, misogynist, bigoted, whatever. Simply for disagreeing. And that's why shit is burning right now. It's why we saw the results of the election. It's why Hollywood is dying severely right now. And it's why the gaming industry is fucking dying right now. Is because they're not listening to actual, like, legitimate criticisms, and they're instantly writing them off as istic or phobic. And while they're internally, they're telling each other, "You're fucking awesome. You're great. You're the best." You know, they're patting themselves in the back. They're high-fiving each other, saying, "We're the best ever," and they're not listening to criticism because they're instantly calling it istic or phobic. And that's why shit is falling apart. That is the ever-loving goddamn point. So this is not just a political thing. This is a sociological thing. And that side is refusing to recognize it. And that's why they're getting the ever-living fuck kicked out of them at every angle.
No other reason why anyone could possibly dislike Kamala. And this guy is apparently someone with an executive position at Twitch, involved with some level of policy making. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Fandom Pulse continues. Later in his...
Eki, you can vote for whoever you want. And that's all I'm gonna say. I do not care who you voted for because I don't care about politics. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
This video, he said, quote, "The fact there is no shortage of men and unfortunately women in this country who don't want to see women win. They don't want to see women lead. They don't want to see women have agencies over their own bodies."
Nope. Wrong. Wrong. Fucking wrong. And how this is tying in is this is someone who's big and who's high level. How does this tie in? Beyond political scope. This is a guy that's high up in Twitch. And so, how many people in the upper echelons of Twitch have the same thought process? Because this is a company that is cultivating like-minded people. So how many of them are moderating, dictating policy, and etc. with this mentality? That is the point Hirohei is getting to, I assume. And how we're going to be seeing unfair treatment of streamers literally for racist reasons because of the color of their skin or their gender. It's like we're literally seeing reverse racism happening right now. And the side that is so staunchly anti-racist is refusing to acknowledge it. We are literally seeing the civil rights movement in reverse.
They don't want to see women lead. They don't want to see women have agencies over their own bodies. Then they say Jenkins also expressed anti-white sentiments in a subsequent video where he stated, quote, "The reality is in the United States there will never be a world in which anyone other than white men have power. The best we can do..."
Really? So, Mr. Jenkins, so are you saying that all of the non-white individuals that are currently sitting Congress people don't have power? Are you saying that all of the non-white or non-male individuals that are mayors, that are councilmen and women, they don't have any power? Is that what you're saying? Because I will remind chat, I'm sure many of you already know this, but also the internet, and I'll also remind Mr. Jenkins. Supreme Court, well, yeah, I did kind of lump them in erroneously, but yet, Supreme Court as well. You're saying the Supreme Court, you're saying that people on the Supreme Court don't have power? But I will remind Mr. Jenkins that the President of the United States does not have as much power as you think he or she has. The President has some power, yes, but to effect significant change in the country? That's Congress, you dumb fuck. The House and the Senate are the ones that make the decisions on how to shape the nation, not the fucking president. The president just basically adds his signature to what Congress runs through. Like, yes, the president is not merely a figurehead. The president has power. But what he's referencing here about shaping public policy, that's done by Congress. And yes, the president can veto, but if Congress has a majority, they can override that fucking veto. So, like, this statement is 100% false. You just didn't get the figurehead you wanted in. That's it. You just simply did not get your figurehead in. Which means he doesn't actually have a proper grasp on reality, which, based on his statements so far, I'm sure you're shocked by this. I'm sure.
He was actually support people who have influence with other people who can have influence. How is this guy serious? You're telling me this guy really thinks that there's no women with power in this country at all? I mean, let's keep talking about Kamala.
But what the fuck did I just say? Hero, hey, I'm sorry to have jumped on it a bit early, but what the fuck did I just say? This deserves a repeat.
Telling me this guy really thinks that there's no women with power in this country at all? I mean, let's keep talking about Kamala Harris, for example. She was literally a district attorney. District attorney,
goddamn
that's not
senator.
a job with any power, right? That's a powerless position right there. And on top of being a district attorney, she was also a senator and vice president. In my opinion, his take is also just insulting towards women too. Saying that only white men have power in this country. That no woman...
Exactly. Exactly right. He, whether or not he thought about it, which I'm guessing he didn't, because this man is obviously someone who doesn't think, he just insulted all women and women of color by saying that. By saying that only white men have power. He just basically told all women, and all women of color for that matter, you don't fucking matter. And all of you, district attorneys, mayors, senators, House of Representatives, congressmen, justices, not only in the Supreme Court, but in every fucking court across the goddamn nation, you don't matter. That's what Mr. Jenkins just said. Unless you are in the White House, women, you don't matter. Who's being misogynist now? That sounds like a rather misogynist statement, doesn't it, chat? Racist too, because there are non-white women in these positions of power. You know, it's good job, jackass. You just outed yourself as being racist and misogynist. Fantastic fucking job.
Woman, no matter what she's accomplished, has any power at all. Just erase all of those accomplishments, erase all the hard work to get there. To him, apparently, none of that matters. And if this guy's really saying that only white men in this country have power, it's not even just insulting towards women. It's insulting to anyone who's not white. The entire take, in my opinion, is one of peak delusion. Or maybe he's the type of person to be intentionally disingenuous. Who knows? Let me know what you think about this guy's take. This update to the Twitch saga. As always, thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed my brief coverage, consider liking and or subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay. That got me. Yeah. I mean, basically. Kubrick, according to this guy, literally everyone is racist. Which he didn't intend to say. He basically meant to target white men. Without question, he was 100% targeting white men with his statements. That was his intention. Unintentionally, because he's a fucking moron, he literally called everyone, including himself. He's self-owned on that one. He 100% self-owned with that statement. Bravo, Mr. Jenkins. Bravo.